Om Swastiastu, Wasantang Raja.
Raja, this is like the fifth time that you've changed your Sona. Why are we back in the goddamn building again?
Well, I'm glad you asked, mon frere. So a few months ago during university, I had a marketing class where we had to design our branding. Essentially making a guidebook for what font, color scheme, and logo best suits our brand as individual artists, basically following like rules that companies usually use for their branding. And it made me realize just how different branding is for content creators than it is for companies, even like other freelancers. Especially here on YouTube, where the most important part of your brand is quite literally just you. It's literally in the platform's motto, it's right there. And for ArtTubers specifically, it's our personas, mascots, representations of yourself online. You know what I'm talking about. I have been changing and modifying my Sona/mascot for like 5 years now, and every single time it happens, it serves as a way to document how I as a person have changed over the years, which is honestly not that drastic. Most of you guys probably remember me when I had this Sona when I went as Tokkairi back in the olden days of the pandemic, which I think is probably my most iconic one because of how often fan artists would complain to me how difficult she is to draw. Fast forward to 2023, I had a mental breakdown, rebranded, and changed my once edgy, bright, and bold mascot to something more earthy and academia style. And I loved her. But there was just one problem. I fucking hate drawing her. This stupid collar tucked under the vest. I don't know if this is just a skill issue on my behalf, but I have a very strong hatred for drawing collared shirts. I just hate them. I hate drawing them. They're confusing. They make no sense. This stupid fold that is so hard to draw quickly in perspective, and if I had to draw another sprite with it, I think I'm going to crash out. I'm going to crash out. So we're redesigning her. This is what the video is about, Chad. We're gonna go down my personal checklist for designs, which can be applied to other stuff like original characters and VTubers, but primarily Sonas and mascots. Starting with my favorite part, and arguably the best part. It's time to break out your favorite inspiration search engine because it's time to hunt down some references. AKA spending hundreds of hours on Pinterest, scrolling and saving images until your index finger falls off. Which, if you're anything like me, you kind of just over-collect and they all end up unorganized, then you might want to consider organizing them on Milanote. Milanote is an organizational tool to help creatives like me keep track of our projects, especially those of us who work better through visual organization. And if I could be 100% transparent you guys for a little bit, chat, I genuinely love using Milanote. I use it for practically everything because I just love how intuitive it is. I used it for Kay's VTuber model to plan out the design and the rig. I used it for my last video when redesigning EC to dump all my research and references into. I even used it to organize the reboot of my old series. I love this thing. It's like an infinite customizable whiteboard where I get to dump all my ideas onto and connect them with thumbtacks and strings like a goddamn detective. Since I typically use Milanote for mood boards, I love that if you use the Milanote web clipper, it actually keeps the source link in a caption attached to the image, which I cannot describe how much I love this. The web clipper, by the way, is a tool that allows you to add images to your board without screenshotting or saving images. You just click this little logo in the corner and it gets added to the board of your choosing. I love this feature, especially when I'm clipping references for research because it means I could go right back to the source and double check my sources. Citations, woo! You can add boards to your boards to further organize your projects, like how I made one to help me visualize exactly what I wanted my outfit to look like and how I would simplify it. You're someone who gets overwhelmed when they see nothing but a blank white canvas? Don't worry your smooth little brain because Milanote has so many templates you can choose from to help you get started. Not to mention if you right click on the background you can change the color of the actual board. I didn't discover this feature until like a few months ago and it made my brain so happy because it means I can make my mood boards even better and more color coordinated. It's so cool, I love it. Oh, and one more thing. If you're working on a project with, let's say, your partner and he has some ideas he'd like to show you, you can share your boards with anyone and have them help you in real time. You can even use it on your phone. It syncs directly to your desktop so you can jot down ideas while you're on the go. If any of this sounds good, it's completely free to sign up with absolutely no time limit. All you gotta do is click the link in my description so you can start your creative brain rotting journey today. Thank you, Milanote, for sponsoring this video, and let's get back to my silly little rebrand. So now that we have our references, let's start with a foundation, shall we? There are a lot of elements that make a good design, too much to the point that I don't think I could fully cover them all in this video, but one of the most important ones is color. Probably one of the most important parts of the artistic experience, I'm gonna be honest. When making a design to represent your brand as a content creator, you often have to consider what color you want to be associated with. AKA baby's first existential question, what is your favorite color? Now if you were to ask 15-year-old me what her favorite color was by looking at her Sona, you could probably guess what it is. And you're right, the answer is teal. What? Yeah, I don't really know how that happened. I just thought the peachy sunset palette was really cool and pretty and it was easy to shade in color, so I kept it. Fun fact about me is that orange is actually my least favorite color in the world and that was my brand for 3 fucking years. Amazing. So yeah, either pick your favorite color or pick a color combo that looks good to you. You can find pre-made color palettes all over Pinterest, but if you happen to be one of those unlucky souls who lost your account because of their stupid goddamn bots, then you might want to check out the website Coolers. My lecturer was the one who showed this to me, it's great. One more pro tip about colors before I move on. When it comes to color distribution, I usually follow the 60-30-10 rule, which is 60% of a primary color, 30 of a secondary, and 10 stay for accent colors. For me, my primary and secondary colors are going to be black and green respectively, mostly because I just wear a lot of black IRL, and black is just one of those colors where it looks good on everything on the wheel. My accent color, on the other hand, is going to be white. Back in early 2023, I think, I started drawing my Sona with this completely white fringe, and I absolutely love how it brings more attention to her face because it's the biggest point of contrast amongst all the colors in the design. So I'm f***ing keeping it. Which, now that I'm looking at it, kind of makes my Sona look a lot like my OC Jester, but you know what, that's fine, that's literally my son. This next device I'm going to give you is very important, and I'm going to need you to come closer for it. Just a bit closer. A bit closer, I don't mind. Okay. I'm gonna hold you by the throat when I say this. Unless you're a VTuber with a hatred for your live 2D rigor, or god forbid yourself, stop following Genshin Impact logic. Listen, I love a good, overly complicated design every now and then. Just not when I have to draw it all the time for my videos. Which is why I feel like this next tip should apply to not just your Sona, but your OCs as well. As coined by Squidgy3D at youtube.com, I present to you the marketable plushy test. It is essentially a process of elimination test for what details are necessary and which should be removed when condensing your silly little guy into that of a cheapy plushie. If in the process of turning your character into a marketable plushie you are forced to forgo certain design elements, it is time to take them out back and put them in the blue bin. Right next to your cover boxes and Lipton bottles because pickup day is on Friday. My advice for you is that if you really want to keep all the little details of your Sona, I recommend having a Gooberverse version, which is essentially your Sona after being hit with the marketable plushie test a couple of times. For my little guy, I forwent most of her accessories along with the moon phases on her skirt just so I don't have to worry about them when I'm drawing these quick little sprites. And if I'm feeling extra lazy, I can always use this little fat baby. Hey, sometimes you only have the energy to draw blobs. My last advice is something I will cram into every video I make because it's very important. Have fun with it. You are allowed to make your Sona as idealized or silly or as close to UIRL as you want. It's the internet, goddammit, it's go harder to go home. You want to draw yourself as a non-convex polygon? Do it. You want to draw yourself as a deep-sea fish anime girl? Do it. You want to draw yourself as a fucking calamansi piloting a flush mech? You can do it, no one's stopping you! I am not going to give context to anything I just said because I don't want to. I posted this on Instagram a while back, but a part of the reason why I wanted to do like a final rendition of my Sona is because I kind of rediscovered my femininity. I was a tomboy for the majority of my younger years and I had a genuine dislike for girly things like skirts and dresses and even makeup. To be fair, that last part I still hate because it feels really uncomfortable to wear. This persisted until like earlier this year, like a couple of months ago actually, where I bought my first actual skirt. Not a skirt either, an actual skirt. And I felt really good. Finally being able to be comfortable with my femininity is such a wonderful feeling, and for the first time in an actual decade, I felt cute. But I'm also still an edgy bitch at heart, so I am someone who has a deep love for grungy, edgy, and whatever this aesthetic is called. However, actually dressing like this is almost impossible for me, mostly because clothes are expensive and I hate the process of finding something that fits me and the whole shebang of like going outside, but one day, I will fully commit. I guess you could take the girl out of the black parade, but you can't take the black parade out of the girl. I don't know if I'm even allowed to make that joke, I'm not even emo. I swear to god, the worst part about making a new Sona is that I have to go back and update all my sprites, god. Oh, but it's so worth it, it's so worth it. Look at her, I love her, she's beautiful. I always enjoy redesigning my Sona as the years go by because if I grow and change, then she'll grow and change. And as long as she keeps her basic elements, she'll still be Raja. Side note, side tangent, I'm not even joking when I say that this choker has been with me for so long. I broke the IRL counterpart of it years ago, but I just love how it's been immortalized across all my Sonas. I just find it funny that this is the one element of her that hasn't changed a bit in half a decade. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy my little silly discombobulated yapology session. Documenting my weird, discombobulated thought process has always been such a difficult hurdle, but I'm slowly getting better as we go. As I'm recording this, university is literally starting tomorrow. It's literally starting tomorrow. I'm gonna be busy. But I'm planning on, there is one upload I'm planning on doing later this December as a Christmas gift for you guys, so look out for that. Ooh, surprises, spoilers. Thank you to my Ko-Fi Ocha tier members for your support. If you'd like to have early access to everything I post alongside scans of my sketchbook, you can become a member for only $2 a month. And thank you to my Pookie Zayla for lending me their voice for this video, and thank you everybody for your beautiful, amazing fan art, and I'll see y'all in the next video, and whenever the hell that may be. Cheers! Does this mean I have to redesign and remake my VTuber? God damn it!